Hey guys, welcome to the Go to Game show. This is episode 22. This is where Jack and I get to catch up every week now that we no longer working in the same office, in the same vicinity. It's our opportunity to catch up and have a chat about everything that's going on in the world of gaming. And we're usually joined every week by a mate of ours, but this week it's got a theme. I think it's the illustrious Beard Week.
This week it's not a mate.
Oh, it is. It's Beardo Week.
This week it's just some bloke we found on the internet.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? He's kind of interesting.
Let's chuck him a bone.
We'll see what he's about.
Yeah, no. There's a good friend of ours. We've worked behind the scenes, and we've worked front of house, and we've worked together on multiple campaigns with this man. This is Rowey.
Hi.
Awkward wave silence.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. I don't care.
Yeah. All right. So, what have we all been up to this week, Jack?
Oh, work's been insane. Actually, we haven't really spoke at all. I've been doing a lot of stuff that's not.
You've been
Go to Game stuff.
Yeah, you've been working on other projects this week.
Yeah.
For the last couple of weeks. So we have barely spoken. This is literally us catching up this week.
Yeah, they needed my expertise.
Yeah.
Someone else needed the expertise. Of,
every week we sort of say that this is our chance to catch up. But we usually talk throughout the week. But this last week we've barely spoken or barely seen each other. So this is legit us catching up.
But yeah, it's been good. I've learned a lot. Like it's been crazy. Because I got pulled into another team at work to help with website building for a new client. It was one of those things where I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was confident in that I could pick it up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then like just the random sort of stuff we've done on the GoToGame website before that you've showed me, I was like, oh, I know a little bit. It's going through WordPress. That's the only one that I've ever really used, so it's kind of good that it was through that. I at least knew a little bit. But yeah, we've learned heaps, and yeah, it's been crazy, but it's been wild because I've never done it before, so it's been really cool.
I made the mistake of actually saying to our CEO on Friday, that I'd built my first Shopify website over the last couple of weeks with the new business my wife and I have started. And she was just like, oh, so how well do you know Shopify now?
No.
Not at all. It's a clusterfuck. But in saying that, it's been super interesting learning that side of it as well. Like I've only ever built websites and stuff, never really built like a full-on distribution and tax calculation and all that sort of thing in Shopify or anything. It's the first time I've built a Shopify website, but it's been super awesome fucking learning something new.
That's mad. But game front, it's just been GDA really. I actually took a night off again. I was like, ooh, second week in a row I'm taking a night off. I kind of feel bad, but I also feel good at the same time. So one of those things. But yeah, not really too much gaming. Really, besides just streaming and a bit of GTA. So,
gaming-wise, this week I started working on a project. So, you see the Street Fighter machine I've got in the background here?
Don't tease me.
I purchased another one of those.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
Exactly the same one. It's another Street Fighter machine. Exactly.
And you're having this one sent to Melbourne, right?
No. What I'm doing is
for some mouse pads.
I picked it up super cheap. Like it cost me $200. So
that's like Kiwi prices.
No, it's not like Kiwi prices. Kiwi prices are like that same machine in New Zealand's worth like $700.
Oof.
Yeah.
Really?
So I think it's actually cheaper in New Zealand to buy a real Street Fighter machine than it is to buy one of these ones.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is converting it to a retro Pi machine.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've had to buy like a new controller for the LCD screen, USB controllers for the buttons and the sticks and stuff like that, and all wiring it up and having to get a new soundboard put in it and stuff like that. It's just being a nerd and basically building a new
Are you
arcade.
Are you using Sanwa buttons?
I already have Sanwa buttons from a previous build that I did.
Good.
Yeah. It was actually, I'm pulling apart a couple of arcade sticks that I already had that I wasn't using that were already built with Sanwa parts. So it worked out well. I decided to go down a different route than all the tutorials. All the other tutorials buy this controller and buy these buttons, blah blah blah. And I was just like, I've already got 2 USB arcade sticks that I don't use, which are built with SamWow parts. I don't have to buy a new bloody controller PCB or anything. I can just rip the ones out of those.
I'm a big snob when it comes to arcade sticks.
I
only use bat top, can't use ball top.
See, I'm the other way around. I always use ball top.
Yeah, my hands are too small to use ball top. I've got tiny hands for a big dude, so bat top sort of gives me a little bit more control.
Yeah,
it's all right, ladies. I've got massive feet though. Okay, I just need to make that known.
Well, it's actually funny that you say that. I actually grew up playing Street Fighter on Sega. It took me a long time to get used to playing it on arcade sticks.
Yeah, I can. I mean, same. Yeah, I grew up with a Sega and then Super Nintendo.
Well, see, Super Nintendo, I couldn't play it on that because you had to use the shoulder button.
Okay, yep.
And I was used to the 6-button control pad, which I still think is the best layout for controllers for a Street Fighter.
Again, my thumbs are tiny, so I couldn't really lay my thumbs across all 3 buttons. Yeah. So, yeah, the Super Nintendo was better for me because then take advantage of the shoulder buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Look at that.
What about yourself,
Two sides of the coin.
I've been working, doing the video stuff, editing and stuff like that. Not much time for games recently. And then sort of trying to steer the ADHD team that we've been running sort of into a direction that we want it to go with some of the other guys. So it's a bit
wanted to bring that up today at some point, so that's a good segue.
Yeah, we can bring that up in a bit.
For a bit later. You know what? I was actually about to mention that. You can see out of the 3 of us, the 2 that are shaking at the moment.
Yeah, other their legs going nuts.
One of my legs, then I just looked down and saw you were doing it as well.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because I'm swinging my legs.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
You can usually tell when I'm doing that because of my chest starts going.
Yeah. That's mad.
Yeah, so no time for games at all, Rowey?
Look, all the games that I enjoy playing, I don't stream. I know that sounds bad, but like Overwatch, for example, is my guilty pleasure. Yep. But I don't like streaming it. Dota, another guilty pleasure. I don't like streaming it. So I've deleted those games from my computer so I actually get work done and then I can focus more on that and what I'm streaming rather than the stuff that doesn't do well.
That's the very reason why I don't have games on my phone. It's not, you get a lot of people that are like, oh, mobile games are shit or whatever. I've become really addicted to them.
Same.
Yeah.
So I've always made a point of like not having games on my phone because like, especially if I get really into it, I'll be like at work or something and go, oh, I'll just log in quickly. And
I've got one game that I play before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And like it's the only game on my phone that I play. And then it's sort of my bedtime game. So I'll sit there in bed playing it for like half an hour and then I'll
Raid Shadow Legend.
I keep threatening my chat with if you guys don't sub, I'll do the raid campaign and you have to sit through it. It's on you.
Yeah. I got the email sitting there.
Yeah, same.
I've noticed a lot of the raid stuff crossing over into Twitch lately. Like it's always been the meme with YouTube, but seeing a lot more Twitch streamers get involved.
Well, Stream Elements are doing the campaign. It's available to anybody that has Stream Elements. So
you can just like click and join, and it'll give you all the details what you got to do.
Yep.
Give you the link. You got to put like your little supporters and all that shit on your screen. Yep.
Wow.
That's actually not bad. Like the money wise, I'd assume it would be very different for everybody's. You know, you got to put your numbers in and shit like that. But you know, for what you've really got to do,
amount.
Yeah, it's still pretty good for just really.
I mean, it's good to see that a brand like is getting behind the creators and stuff like that. It's like, I know it's a meme, but like they're doing it right.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah,
they're paying money, right?
Yeah,
yeah. As much as it is a giant meme, I actually enjoy it. Like, I played it. I didn't download it from someone's code. I just played it, and I was playing it with Pez.
Oh wow.
Because I downloaded, I was talking about it, and he's like, "Oh, I play, join my clan," and I was like, "Okay." Then we were just like, we don't really. It's not like a multiplayer kind of thing. We didn't really figure that bit out. But every day you'd log in, and like I would play it every now and then on my phone. And the kids, I play with the kids as well because it's really easy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, you just click on the people, and that's kind of how you battle, right? If I wanted to play it properly, I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this attack, and you try and be strategic about it. But with the kids on the couch watching whatever the fuck, Peppa Pig or some shit. And they're just like, oh, Daddy, we play the game. I was like, all right. And they're just clicking around and we're just beating bosses and shit together. Like, it was sick. It was like the first kind of gaming experience that I've had with my kids because they're still really young. Like, they're not going to be able to play consoles or anything. So it was just us sitting there. Everyone was taking turns on who to hit next and stuff. It was actually really fun. But that's the thing. Like, and they're paying money for it. And, it's helping a lot of people, especially on the YouTube side of things where, this part time of the year, like the whatever the CRM or whatever the wording is these days is kind of lowish around Christmas. Like I see a lot of people doing like this specific video sponsored by them, and the next video they got a different one, but raids in a lot of them. So yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's cool.
And if you use our code GoToGame,
we'll hit them up. I'll get our average viewership of like 17 or whatever it is. I'll let them know. See what we can get. Like, Emma, we made it. We got a sponsor for the show. People are like, okay.
What does this mean? All right, so, Rowey. Wake up, Rowey.
What color are your undies?
They're grey. They're a dark grey.
All right. Yes. Did I get it right? What's the saying?
Oh, what's going on? Where from? What are you wearing? What color undies?
Yeah, that's the one. There we go. That's what you get if you go to Rowey's channel. There's a sneak peek. There's more to come.
So, Rowey, we've known you for a long time, but I don't think I actually know the story of how you got into Twitch streaming.
Oh, God. I don't know. I've always been, I think it was sort of a natural progression from my love of tech.
Yeah.
Like I've always had like cameras and audio gear and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, I needed to warrant buying more shit. So it's like, well, let's start streaming. We moved into a house with good internet, but it was good download, not good upload. And so tried our hand at it. And yeah, it wasn't for me. And then when we moved again, we chose a house that had NBN, fiber to the basement or fiber to the home or whatever. And yeah, both of us just sort of started dabbling. And then, I'm very, I want to make friends. That's sort of my aim with this as well. So I go and make friends. I met people. It sort of snowballed from there. And then when I got to a place where I could start helping people, I started helping people. And it's that's sort of one of the biggest reason I got into it. It's like, I like helping people. I like talking tech and talking people through stuff and all that sort of stuff. So
how many years ago was this?
Oh, I would say 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been in this house about 5.5 years, and yeah, it sort of obviously took a bit to sort of get settled in and start. But I think the first game I streamed was Overwatch beta back in the day. So that's sort of an indication as to when I sort of started.
Yep. I think when I first met you, you were playing Overwatch quite heavily.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just sort of happened, and then I sort of fell into it more and more. I had a bit more free time because I was a manager at work, and then I left that job, so I had a bit more time, and yeah, just sort of stumbled into Warframe one day, and
I remember that. I remember Warframe.
That
was cool.
I was hoping to get into the Warframe thing because that was a very interesting time for Twitch as a whole.
That was right before they stopped. Like, that was the last bit where they let people get partnered from drops. Yeah. They don't do it anymore because I remember people could have as many windows open as they wanted to get the drops.
Were you playing Warframe before we went to the Warframe party?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't remember or not, because I just remember getting invited to the Warframe party and having like 20 people message me saying, "Can you get us in?"
Yeah. And we rocked up with like 20
when,
people. Now we're like, come on in. We're like, woo. Wait, real quick. I've been following since November 29, 2016. There we go.
4 years.
OGs, bruh.
Yeah. And look, Warframe was a fun game. Like
it was good.
I really enjoyed my time with Warframe. To be honest, I should jump back in because it was it was just a game that I actually really enjoyed playing.
Well, for me,
I should have streamed it because the amount of people that got partnership out of it.
Yeah. I found it was a really good game for me because I could AFK play it. I didn't really need to pay attention to the game.
Yeah.
And I could talk to Twitch chat while I was playing it, and I could still do things, which those are the kinds of games that I like, the AFK games where, I mean, the joke is that I'm a what do they call it, not an IRL streamer, just chatting streamer now with Rust in the background. That's kind of the joke, because I don't really do anything in Rust. I don't like run around with guns or anything. I just farm, but the focus is on the interactivity.
Yeah. So you've also become pretty notoriously known around the ANZ, the ANZ Twitch scene as being that the guy that you go to if you've got tech problems with your sound, or you're the guy that will tell you you've got tech problems with your sound.
The guy that finds you, yeah. And I mean, that's I get hit up all the time still, like, and like I have less time these days to sort of sit down with people and help them. I can just sort of throw a broad, just do these things and it'll be a bit better kind of thing. But I remember Fid telling me the story of like, someone's come to me like, Rowey's a real prick. He told me to do this, this, and this. And Fid was like, no, Rowey likes you. He's trying to help. Go listen to him. Go have a chat. And that just comes down to the ADHD in me. I'm just always needing to do things. If something's triggering me, it's got to be triggering everybody else as well. So let's fix it. Let's make Twitch a better place for everybody.
I was just about to say, is like you're on this one-man crusade to raise the bar with audio and Twitch.
Yep. It's got to be done. It's got to be done.
And saying that, I know
it's very
you have helped out some pretty big names in the last few years as well that have come to you and said, hey, people are complaining about my audio quality. You're the man. Help me.
Yep. I won't drop names, but yeah, there's been some bigger streamers that have been like, help me, that, you know, have my personal number that text me at 3 a.m. With like the schematics of their house and the acoustic layout and how to fix it and stuff like that. So yeah, there's been some pretty in-depth conversations very late at night to help people fix their stuff.
Yeah.
Which at night I don't mind. It's during the day that I'm normally sleeping. So at night I'm usually freer. But I just can't stand keyboard noises. It's not hard.
Yeah. I was actually going to say, like, and for a time there, you were doing this live on stream as well.
Yep, my tech support streams.
Yeah, and like, if I remember right, you used to do it for like an hour before you started streaming your games.
Yeah, I don't know, it just sort of burnt out a little bit. Like the viewership, the people that had issues had their issues rectified already, so it's like, oh, why bother going back? But we did like little segments of like, you know, how to stream with the NUC and stuff like that, and we actually streamed to a test channel using the NUC through my main computer, because obviously I've got everything set up so you can see everything from everywhere else. And then had to, you know, people were asking recommendations for NUCs and stuff like that.
Do you still use the NUC?
Yeah. Not for streaming. I've got a big boy rig for the stream rig, but the NUC gets flogged.
Yeah. So if you want to know what we're talking about the Intel. What one have you got? The
Hades Canyon?
Yeah, Hades Canyon. Yeah, which is a little tiny small PC, which is ridiculously powerful for the size of it. And you were actually involved in, I think, one of our first ever campaigns that we ran for Intel on that. Would have been IEM 1.
Yeah. Oh, no. That was 2018 IEM? 2017? 2017 IEM.
IEM 1, we did the campaign with Game Bro, with Piers.
Yeah. And it wasn't then, it was the next one.
Okay.
We did it with...
the NUC. Oh, no, sorry. We ran the streaming stations off the NUC. No, we didn't. Sorry. That was Lenovo.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure.
It was an Intel campaign using Lenovo PCs. It was, yeah, you're right. It was the next year we did the NUC one.
Yeah, with the esports dudes.
Yeah. And
we had a little stream station next to the stage.
I think almost everybody that was involved in the tech side of that walked home with a NUC.
Yeah.
That's mad. The NUCs are sick. I had one there for a while, and I just I gave it away to a mate who, like, his PC died.
I did the same thing with mine.
And I was like, here you go, use this.
I was using my one actually as in the lounge for a smart TV sort of situation, because my smart TV didn't get a lot of the apps at that stage. But I ended up giving my one away as well.
Yeah, we're running Redacted and Redacted on the NUC for the TV at the moment. Okay. Legal programs, legal software.
Yes.
To watch our movies, like Netflix.
I tell you what, one of the best things I bought recently was the Google TV Chromecast, a new one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And you can sideload a couple of redacted apps onto that.
So, you can do the same with Telstra. Sent me out a free Telstra TV box, which is like a reskinned Roku. And it's the same thing. If you've got a video on your phone, send to Telstra TV. Boom, up.
Oh, no, well, this one's like there's an app, and if you want to know what the app is, DM me. But there's an app that you've got to download it from the internet and sideload it on. But you can watch live TV from around the world.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, as long as you've got a good data connection. So
I do.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like I use it for watching wrestling and stuff like that. That I don't.
Of course you do.
Oh, sorry, we can't get live Fox here in Australia. So
fair enough.
So what else have you been up to anyway, Rowey? Tell us about this group you've pulled together and what your aim is with that.
Well, essentially, I'll start off with a bit of a preface of I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid.
Yep.
I was medicated for it. Parents didn't like the way that I acted on it. I was a completely different person.
Yep.
So they took me off it.
That's to go with a lot of mental health medication.
Yeah. But like in retrospect, I wish I'd stayed on it, because I recently pulled all my school reports for my psych, because they needed to be re-diagnosed. They needed to see how I was as a kid.
Yep.
And it was like, Rowey could have done so much better if he paid attention in class. Rowey distracts others. Rowey's constantly distracted. And it's like, the signs were all there. Why did nobody do anything about it back when I was a kid?
When's this, though? Early 90s?
No. This was this was high school reports. So this is 2000 to like 2005. After everybody got diagnosed with ADHD for everything. I should have. Yeah, it was just a broad, medicate them, it's fine. And I understand that's not the right thing to do, but in my case it was. So essentially, I think a lot of people have been struggling with that sort of stuff lately, and especially being stuck at home. ADHD people are sort of going insane. So we sort of pulled a few people together. I had a chat to a few people that I know personally with it, that don't mind talking about it as well, which I think is the most important thing. And not wanting to talk about it is fine as well. But I think as far as being a face and a voice and an advocate, you need to be okay with it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about starting a group. And it very slowly came together, because realistically we needed a neurotypical person to run it, because ADHD people running things isn't always the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got it together. There's been a lot of good feedback, a lot of people joining the group, but essentially we want to teach people that, you know, we're normal people as well. We just react to things differently. We get our dopamine from different places. Some tasks for us aren't as easy because we're not interested in them, and it's not our fault. It's not we're being lazy. It's just that our brain can't comprehend how important this thing might be. Yeah. And we're not going to get the dopamine that we need. So we look for other places to get it. And that's why, you know, we hyper focus on games like, for example, WoW, because WoW is a dopamine tap. Like, you know, pick the berry, get dopamine, pick the berry, get dopamine. And that's all it is. It's just like a click and reward type deal. And that's fine. Sort of. Don't do that. Don't play WoW. But
play RuneScape.
But like, I think it's more about normalizing talking about it and letting people know that it's okay to see a doctor about it and it's okay to be medicated. Medication is one of the best things that you can do for ADHD, in my opinion. So many people are like, wow, I can actually do 3 things at once and manage my time better, where before it was hyper focus on one thing, forget about the second and sort of start the third and get bored and move on. Yeah. So I think we invite anybody and everybody to join the group if they want to learn about it, if they have it, if they know someone that has it. And we also invite other neurodiverse people as well. So autism, things like that, people that just want a place to talk. Usually, I mean, Jack's part of the Discord as well, but usually we're just talking about little wins that we have. We've got a channel called Instant Gratification. So if we work towards something and finish it, we post it in there and everyone's like, yeah, good on you. And like, it gives us that quick dopamine rush that we need to help us complete tasks. So we're working towards that rather than, you know, finishing off a school assignment that's not due for 3 weeks. So we put it off until the last second. Because it doesn't matter if we do it now.
You're starting to make me wonder if I'm undiagnosed with the way that you're describing it.
That's pretty much a lot of people that I've had a chat to of like, oh, wow. And then we've had people that are like, I think I might have it. They've gone to the doctor and they're like, yep, now I'm medicated. Yeah. Like within the span of, you know, 3 or 4 months, us talking them through it. And then they're like, yeah, I think so. Going to see a psych. Yep, diagnosed. And it is a lot harder to get diagnosed as an adult because a lot of doctors think that you're just out for the meds. Which is fair enough. But yeah, if you've got the symptoms and, you know, you can articulate it well enough to the doctor to say, yo, I need help. And I think seeing the right doctor is very important as well, because some doctors will just dismiss it. But yeah, and that's essentially the aim. It's just to help people through the process, educate people. And in my opinion, in my experience, people with ADHD are some of the best entertainers on Twitch, which is another reason that we sort of wanted to group together.
Yep.
Well, look, to be honest, I've often said that with a lot of ADHD people, it can be their superpower as well.
Yeah, it's sort of the meme. It's the hyper focus part. It's if we're interested in something, we can do 5 things at once and balance it. But if it's not interesting to us, we don't touch it. Yeah. Not until we have to, until we can finish it and get that gratification that we need. Because, yeah, our brains have issues with, dopamine and serotonin and all the happy chemicals. They get released differently for us.
It's an interesting topic, isn't it? Because it's like, it's such a broad thing, right?
Oh, it's 100% a spectrum. And like, because there's your inattentiveness and then your hyperactivity and then there's both.
Yeah.
I believe I have both. I've just been like the broad diagnosis. It's not been you are this with this and this. It's just like, you got it, boy. But and then, you know, Mog's got the inattentiveness. So where it seems like she's not paying attention or she's off with the fairies kind of thing, but she may be listening. It just doesn't seem like she is, which is a trait as well. And that's why kids with ADHD have such a hard time, especially in high school, because the teachers just think that they're being lazy or they don't want to listen and all that sort of stuff. And I think it's very important for the education system to learn how to identify these kinds of issues and then relay that information to parents. Like, hey, your kid might be this. Maybe get checked out.
Is that being handled by schools nowadays better than they used to be? Because I know in my day, mental health issues were not dealt with at all at school.
Yeah,
right?
I'm the same.
Yeah, but I do know that with other mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and things like that, they are dealing with those a bit better at school than they ever have.
Well, I don't have kids.
I don't think they've got it right. But yeah, I just thought you might have heard anything through conversation.
No, a lot of the people that have joined the group are adult ADHDers. So there are a few people that have got kids, but generally they're quite young kids. So like a friend of mine that I used to work with, she joined because her kid, who's like 4 or 5, just got diagnosed. Like, come learn about it. Come on. ask away. Everybody here is pretty happy to answer questions. But as far as schools go, I just know that my school journey was a pile of shit.
Yeah.
And I got treated like I got treated like shit. Like I was bullied. Nothing was done about it. It was like my whole school experience is like, why does the education system exist if this is how they're going to treat people?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, personally, at primary school, I was bullied, and I sort of managed to work my way through that. But more so, they not being able to pay attention, not being interested in being able to stay interested in what was going on in class, and
Go get checked.
yeah, I probably should. But but the thing is, I was always made to feel like I was an idiot by my school teachers, right?
Yep.
I mean, I'm doing all right now, so I can't be too dumb.
I got and like not to have tickets on myself, but to definitely have tickets on myself. I got the, Rowey excels at this, but could do better if he paid attention.
Yeah.
I got sent to like the gifted programs and all that sort of stuff. There was talks of me skipping classes, like skipping grades and stuff like that. But I was already the youngest in my class, so emotionally I wouldn't have been ready for it.
Yeah.
But when it came to concentrating, it was always, if Rowey concentrated, he'd do so much better. And it's like, it was physically impossible for me to do it. And I think that had someone been like, hey, there's something wrong with you, maybe go get checked out. In high school, like my high school time might have been a bit happier. I might have been able to do a bit better than what I did. In saying that, I still left and did uni and all that sort of stuff. I managed to get my way through that. Never studied for an exam in my life and still got A's and B's.
It's funny you say that. I'm exactly the same. Like when it comes to studying anything, I was literally that guy that was like, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. The information goes past and you still take it in, but you're not actively taking it in.
To the point, my father hates the story. Apparently, he had to go for his learner's driver's license like 3 times before he got it, right?
Oof.
And for my driver's license, literally, I rolled up, paid for it, and went and did it. And he was just like, oh, how long have you been studying? This is my father to me. Yeah. Oh, didn't realize that you'd been studying the road code. I hadn't. Well, how did you learn all this stuff? I don't know, just watching you guys drive.
True.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think just being present in the classes, I seemed to retain knowledge while I was being distracted and distracting people and stuff like that. So
100%.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I had that particular power.
Yeah, I mean, I find mental health really interesting. I know myself, like just even this year, depression and anxiety has been a big issue for me in this last I would even say the last 3 months especially. And I think it is all just down to COVID and being isolated from people.
You're fairly extroverted as it is as well, so
right. And so being quite isolated from people, it does my head in at times. But I'm becoming a lot more aware of that side of things. So I mean, I'm glad that you guys are pulling together and supporting each other. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing as well. We want people to feel welcome.
Yeah, during these times, having an online outlet to be able to do that is even more important, right?
It's usually us just laughing at ourselves and like posting memes and everyone being like, holy shit, that hits home, man. Like, and it's true. There's so many things that overlap with all of us and then some that are just a few of us. But yeah, usually the broader ADHD memes that come about is, it hurts how on point they are. Just quickly, I just need to do a quick plug. There's no sponsorship or anything. I'm not just How to ADHD on YouTube is one of the best resources that I've ever used.
Yeah.
It's just a woman in the US talking about her experiences and little tips and tricks on how to get through things. And it's been amazing. Absolutely amazing.
How to ADHD.
How to ADHD. Her name is like Jess McCabe or Maccabi or whatever. And
the first one I can see 8 hours ago, how to fix your credit. Lol. That's literally been this year for me. How to fix a less than 200 credit score rating because you ruined it.
Yeah.
That is so funny. That's the first thing that I saw.
This is the kind of thing that people with ADHD have to deal with. It's the impulse buying because we need that dopamine hit now.
Oh.
And it does. It fucks our credit because we're always chasing the dopamine dragon.
Yeah.
And like it's just like we need it now. We need to be happy for a second.
I can worry about paying that back over the next 3
Exactly.
months.
That's for future Rowey to worry about.
Yep.
Right now, I need to buy this.
Yeah.
And with software, it's even worse.
This is a problem I used to have quite badly, is especially having like anxiety issues and stuff at times. It's when you make that impulse decision, and then all of a sudden 3 months later, you've got the anxiety of the fact that, oh no, I'm only getting paid X amount this month, but I still owe these people from that stupid thing I bought 3 months ago.
Yep. And it builds up. And then like to make yourself happy again, you got to buy something else. Yeah. And like it snowballs out of control. And
I mean, and it's not even just like purchase issues or, that sort of dopamine. Like I know people who've made all sorts of, and myself, make terrible life decisions to get that dopamine hit.
Exactly. And that's the sort of stuff that we need to like be open about and talk about. Like, this is my experience. Don't do what Rowey does. Like, you fuck yourself. But yeah, and it's a support group first and foremost, and then education, and then a stream team. Like the stream team is just more of an offshoot of the group itself. But we want everybody to feel welcome with it. We want people to be a part of a team, part of a group, just part of something.
I think Twitch sort of is a good platform for somebody that does like that dopamine hit. Yeah. Especially like if you start doing well and you get any attention of people and stuff. But the negative side of that as well is
when it drops off.
I have seen that affect people really badly. And it's like a particular game people lose interest in or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And it's happened to me.
That's
it's
the gifted sub curse. The gifted sub curse is the fucking worst.
Yeah, and it drops from like where it is to like 10% of where it was.
See you later. Yeah. My sub numbers are still good, but 3 months ago they were at almost 4,000, and now they're at like 800. It's still insane, but from where it was,
it's still a livable wage. Just Twitch alone. But it hurts.
But didn't have kids.
Yeah.
True. It'd be a livable wage for me. I don't require much anymore now that I'm not smoking.
True.
Well, that was actually something else I wanted to touch on, Rowey, is one of the reasons me and you got to know each other back in the day, I mean, through events and stuff like that, was actually through cigarette smoking.
Yep. And I was actually thinking about this the other day. It's just, I mean, it was the social thing. It's more frowned upon these days than it was, 10 years ago or whatever. Yeah, everyone would go out for a cigarette and have a chat. But
so solve the world's problems over a cigarette?
When we met, I was a non-smoker.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm feeling guilty because I know that when I met you, you were smoking with me.
Yes. So what happened is I'd quit for a year, mid 2016. It was the day after my birthday. That's how I know what date it was. And then I am the next year, and I won't actually call him out because that'd be a prick thing to do, but there was another streamer there.
Yeah.
And we're walking along, we're vaping, and he pulls out a cigarette. I'm like, oh, it's been a year. I should have a celebratory cigarette. Hey man, do you mind if I have one? And he's like, haven't you quit for like a year? I'm like, yep. And he's like, well, I'm going to tell you no. And I'm like, well, I'm going to ask for one again. And he's like, all right, here you go. And then I smoked for 2 years after that.
Yeah.
And that was the weekend I think that I may have stayed with you. That was the Game Pro. And then that was like, hey man, can I have a smoke? Hey man, can I have a smoke? Because I just started smoking again.
Yeah. Is that the weekend we came over as well? And we're all at
it would have been the weekend. Yeah, the weekend you came over. You and Alicia came over. There. Yeah, there was a heap of people there.
And I went to the shops within like an hour of being there to buy more ciggies for everyone. Me and you went up, or me and Alicia drove up, or something. I think.
No, me and you went and bought a packet of ciggies. Yeah,
I think we did. Yeah,
I wasn't drinking for some reason.
That was a different time. That was a different time.
You were 100% there, dude.
I don't know.
I know what time you're thinking about, and that wasn't me.
Okay. No.
That was someone that I lived with, but it wasn't me.
Okay. Well, that might have been IEM too then.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All I remember is smoking a lot.
No, it must have known. Sorry, that must have been. No, okay, yeah, we're getting them mixed up. But yeah, So me and you definitely bonded over our terrible addiction to smoking.
Yeah, we just sat outside the whole weekend and
yeah.
Yeah.
Not the whole weekend. I was working as well.
Yeah, that's why I had so much work on, Fid, you bastard.
No, but I mean, like, it has very much for me become a ritual, like at PAX and stuff. I stress like fuck out before PAX. We get to PAX and I'll smoke probably half a packet of cigarettes before the doors even open at PAX. Go in, deal with shit, get everything sorted. Every 5 minutes I have spare, we'll pop out, have a smoke, go back and get some more work done. And it's also my chance to catch up with a lot of people as well. Like, what's his name? Wild.
Yeah.
Him and his wife. It's every year. It's how I catch up with his wife.
I just told you I wasn't going to call him out, and here you are calling him out.
Oh, was it?
But he was so good about it. He was like, "Dude, I'm not going to give you a smoke." Like he was, and it was my own stupid fault.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, but I mean, like, I think during PAX weekend or IEM or any of those big events, I smoke more than I do any other time.
It's for me. I was smoking a lot then, but I on a normal day was smoking like 2 packs of 30s a day.
Yeah,
it was costing me before the prices went up $70 a day to smoke.
Yeah, I at my peak I got up to 60 a day.
Yeah, and but is this including you and Chris or just
no? That's
you?
me. That's me.
Yeah, and it gets super expensive, and it's just like
especially like what is it? A pack of cigarettes now is like $25 for the cheapest pack of 20s.
Oh, that's okay. I smoked, I think, PJs.
Yeah,
I smoked 2 packs of 30s, which was like $35-40 a packet of 30s, and
that's wild.
Yeah. But what I wanted to get to is telling this whole story about our horrible addictions to smoking is you have successfully over the last year given up.
Is it a year and 2 weeks or something?
Woo!
Yeah, I knew it was roughly around this time of year that you gave up because it was roughly about the same time that I gave up.
Yep.
I gave up just before Christmas, and you'd already been clean a couple of months or something.
Yep.
So how do you feel, dude?
I feel like a cigarette every single day.
Yeah.
I think the fact that I've continued to vape has sort of kept the smoking in my head, which is good and bad, because with this, I don't smoke. If I didn't have this, I probably would start again, but I've dropped back the nicotine, all that sort of stuff. It's more just, again, the ADHD in me needs something to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Which I think is the reason that I smoked so much as well. It was just having something to do. And I know that they're frowned upon and they're like super edgy and stuff like that, but fidget spinners for someone with ADHD really help us concentrate, because we're doing something with our hands.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're not paying attention, but it helps tremendously. I've actually got a few fidget spinners around me. I don't take them into public. It's not a public thing. But yeah, if I need to concentrate on like a meeting or something like that, it'll just be sitting there with it in my hands.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like with the big vape tanks, I tried to give up on those, and they inconvenient and inconvenient, horrible to carry around. But you can't really fidget with them that much. That's actually why I think the vape pen has worked for me, is because I will sit there and sort of play around with it like this and spin it with my fingers and tap it on the table. And the other one, because it's a pod one, I'll sit there and just pull the pod in and out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just weird things like that. But so I haven't been as successful as you've been with your smoking. Like I lasted, I think, around about 7 months.
You're only human.
Which is awesome for me. And do you know what actually fucked me was when they announced, when the Australian government outlawed the importation of vape juice for I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was coming. Everyone bought up big and all that sort of stuff. And they're like, we'll make it January. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So my issue was I didn't stock up. And I just ran out of vape juice. As someone who still clearly had an addiction to nicotine, ran out of vape juice and went, I guess I have to go buy a packet of cigarettes. But it wasn't even an option.
And this is the thing. This is what the government, because obviously the government I know this isn't a topic for now, but yeah, the government makes so much money off cigarette taxes that they don't want vape juice to be a thing. But if they regulated it and taxed it accordingly, I'd be willing to pay a bit more for vape juice if it meant that I didn't have to buy cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly what they've done in New Zealand. They've regulated vaping, and I think the laws over there are you can't buy fruity, like sweet flavors from your local dairy or servo. You have to go to a specialty store or buy online for that.
Yep.
They've got to hide them away from the kids like you do with cigarettes.
Yeah, which I do hear as well. They're not allowed to have anything on display in the vape stores.
Right.
Yep.
They're not allowed to have anything on display. And I think there's a limitation on the nicotine level now. They never used to be.
Which is fine, because I mean, when I vape a tank, I vape 3 to 6 milligram, like on a big boy.
Yeah.
And then on these ones with the salt nicotine, it's a bit more. So it's like 20 milligram, but it's a different type of release. So it works a bit better.
Yeah. So I just wanted to call out the fact that you managed to do it, and I think it's amazing considering I know how heavy you smoked. And I'm back on that journey, right?
Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still not completely smoke free. I vape, I would say 80% of the time, and then every now and then I'll go buy a packet of cigarettes, and but it's lasting both my wife and I a day and a half, where once upon a time one packet would last me half a day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think quitting as well allowed me to invest that money into my videography business as well.
I couldn't believe it when I first, when COVID first hit and we weren't paying for the train and lunch at work and all that sort of thing, and I wasn't smoking. All of a sudden, I was going like, "Why have I got so much money?"
It's very true. Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, but in saying that, I didn't save any of it. It all got spent on stupid stuff, like
I saw all the new toys rolling in.
Right. But I think half of that was COVID as well. It's like you're bored at home, you want something interesting.
Yeah, but that's it. Rather than wasting all my money on crap and collectibles and stuff like that, I thought, you know what, like it's something I want to take seriously. I'll buy cameras. I've got 3 Blackmagic cameras now. Like I already have my GH5. I've bought an A7 III as well. I've actually set up my business properly, so it's actually I'm pulling income from it now. Yeah. And broke even with the money that I had invested in the first place.
Yeah.
And
do you know what we started doing? We started putting ours into crypto.
How's that going for you?
Actually, really good.
Oh, good.
Literally the business
at
we
the
just
moment
started.
It would be. Everything at the moment is up.
Yeah, the coffee business we started was literally all off crypto profit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's mad.
I don't know, but I don't know. See, this is the thing with ADHD and crypto is it's not physical.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I can't use it. I can't. It's just like.
But in saying that, I know ADHD people that love the pokies, right?
Yeah, because it's the dopamine hit though.
The physical.
It's instant. It's instant.
If you've got the apps on your phone for the crypto, like literally you can log in and check it every hour and see your money go up.
And I used to do that as well. I had some app that I invested in Ethereum in, and it went up.
Yeah.
And up and up, and I pulled out right before it went. Pardon me, it went down. But I find that the pokies is such an instant gratification if you win.
Yeah.
And they're designed to pull people like me in.
Yeah.
I don't gamble anymore, but
that's why I don't go.
Put it this way with the crypto. We put $800 in on payday, which was, what was it, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago? And we're currently sitting at 1,600 in that. So we've doubled our money on that one.
That's mad.
Not bad.
Yeah, that was the spike though that Ripple had in the last week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bitcoin to the moon, dog.
Anyway, I think we probably should start talking about some news. We don't have
we can do that.
We don't have a lot of news this week. It's a bit of
Not
a quiet one this week, and I think I wouldn't mind picking it because a lot of people are just saying, "Yeah, let's not even bother doing anything." We've got Cyberpunk out in a week.
Yeah.
No one's really.
That soon, is it?
Yeah.
7 days. It's on the 10th. Yep. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so hyped. I got some stuff coming from Cyberpunk at the moment in the mail. which is sick. They emailed me.
Looking forward to it.
They were like, you want to wear some stuff on stream? And I'm like, do you fucking
You
know
know
it? You know I do. So I don't know what it is.
I will wear
no idea.
stuff on stream as long as it comes with a code.
Yep, that's it. That's literally what's happened.
I need to find myself a code for that game. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to pay for it, and I don't like paying for the game. I don't like paying.
No.
This is the
diva moment.
No, it's the privilege that we've got in our sort of positions now. I think I've talked to a lot of people that work in gaming, and the privilege of what I have to buy this game.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while for me.
I had to buy my son.
I buy shit all the time, you bastards.
I had to buy my son Call of Duty the other day for his birthday, and it's the first Call of Duty game I have paid cash for in about 6-7 years. I reached out to a mate at Activision, and he's pretty much said, "Hey, you're not a content creator anymore, bro."
Oh, feels bad.
And saying that the same person's coming around for dinner on Friday, so I'm going to give them assholes.
Give them half the dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not a content creator. Bring your own.
The rest of the dinner's DLC, bitch.
Yeah, all you get is the bread. You got to pay for the sausage.
That's mad. All right, well, news. Something I thought was cool. There's not a lot, but Microsoft Flight Simulator will get official VR support later this month, which I thought was really cool.
Because
I watched a video
on what? Flight Sim's still available on Game Pass?
No, I don't know. I haven't checked Game Pass. Maybe. That'd be cool.
However, keep looking. I'm looking.
Yeah, no, all good. Because one thing I thought was cool is obviously the VR thing. It'll be free and open to all VR devices too, which is one of the main points in here. But something I thought at the start, like a lot of people were saying, you know, they've either if they've flown planes before, and I watched a video of a guy that was you know, training to be a pilot. He knew a pilot that flew like jumbo jets and fucking those big airliners and stuff like that. Like that was what he's done for his whole life. He got him to his house to play it with like the Thrustmaster gear and stuff like that, with like all the stuff set up and everything. And he was actually blown away with it. He was like, it's like flying a real plane. The way you set everything, the way you set up all your automatic stuff. You know, even him like moving the mouse, looking around all the buttons. He's like, all the button layout is perfect. He's like, it's done really well. But the only thing I can't do is look out my window. Like, look out to see the runway, to see how far off the ground I am when I'm landing and, you know, when I'm turning and those types of things. Because that's the only thing that's missing. So for me, I'm like, this, like, the VR support will literally make that possible. You will be able to lean and put your head closer to the window to look out the window. Whereas now, obviously, you can't do that because it's just a mouse moving around on a probably static point. So I was like, that's... that'll be cool. Like, you know, you can always just go and fly a plane, but, you know, that probably costs a lot of money. Whereas this, download it once and you're good to go. Fly whatever plane you want, go wherever you want.
Yeah.
So,
his wife's a pilot, and she said the exact same thing. She's like, it's so realistic as to what you can and can't do within the game.
Isn't that crazy? Like, it makes sense for it to be that, but from not a game designer perspective, I'm like, that is just mind blowing. That they've made it all work so perfectly. And like I've seen some screenshots. It looks like real life. Like it's pretty mind blowing how well it's been done. And then you get pilots that are like, yeah, this is legit. And you're like, whoa, that's mad.
Yeah.
That's so sick. Like I have no involvement in it whatsoever, but I'm like hyped for the people that made it.
So to confirm, Flight Sim is available on Xbox Game Pass on PC still. So
nice.
Ooh, okay. That's cool. Well, there you go.
I love
Get
Game
amongst
Pass.
it. Get your headset out. December 22nd.
I
Following a closed beta in October. If you I missed it.
I love
completely
VR games, especially like good ones, and Flight Sim's dope. So only thing is, like, I think it'd be cool if you've got like the wheel and all the proper controls and stuff.
Oh yeah, and you could map them out so like you could see them like where your hands are and stuff like that. Yeah,
I've only ever played VR once, and it was at Fid's house last year.
Yeah.
Beat Saber. I've never played VR other than that.
It was dope though.
It's pretty good.
Cool.
It
is
Beat
cool.
Saber's still a good game.
Yeah. Oh, my VR headset's been sitting there for months now, and I just keep forgetting to use it. Oh, ridiculous. I gotta put it inside or something so I can use it more, but then I don't have a computer inside, so it's like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Scan and dust. God damn it. All right, the next thing, Fortnite Chapter 2. Fid, you know about Fortnite?
I don't know a lot about Fortnite. I do not play it, but I have teenage boys, so naturally I find out a lot about Fortnite, even though they are insistent that Fortnite is dumb and they don't play it anymore and nobody plays it, even though I catch them both out. I reckon I've actually walked in on them playing Fortnite, and I reckon if I'd walked in on them doing something to themselves, they would be less embarrassed than how embarrassed they have been when I've walked in and caught them playing Fortnite.
I thought you were going to say you walked on them like flossing or something, which is like by themselves in their room.
Honestly, no, Dad, it wasn't Fortnite. I was masturbating.
Yeah, it better be. It better be.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the go? So, tell us, what's the inside scoop? What's the inside knowledge on the Chapter 2 Season 5, mate? What's going on?
There's a couple of things happening with Chapter 2 Season 5. One of them is the Mandalorian skin is coming to the game. So if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to be able to play as Mando. And they have released a story trailer for that. But being a huge Star Wars nerd that I am, this was quite exciting, especially since The Mandalorian is probably one of the greatest Star Wars shows or products that have actually been released.
I agree.
And that might be a hot take for a lot of people, but there's going to be purists out there with Star Wars that are like, no, the original trilogy is the best.
No, as far as the narrative, cinematic, as far as everything goes, as with the TV series, it is amazing and it hits all the nails on the head all at once.
Oh, I do. Like I've explained to somebody once before that the original trilogy or the original Star Wars was a Western. It's not a sci-fi. It's a Western based in space, right?
Yeah.
And I think The Mandalorian has taken that and turned it right up. It's an amazing, amazing show. And Jack, we were just talking very quickly before we came on air about that. And you've never watched the original trilogy of Star Wars, have you?
Nah, I've watched like a half of the first one, like number one. I watched them like the order they came out, not in the special order.
Yeah,
that people reckon.
Yeah, so you watched. So you watched.
I watched like I'm pretty sure the bit I remember is when who'd they find in the desert? Who's the old bloke they ran into?
Oh, bloody Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, that's him. When they were like, they had like this random name. They were like, oh, who's this guy? And then they ran into him and it's like, oh, you're that guy. And he's like, yeah, I'm the guy. That's when I remember. Yeah, that's where I got up to.
Hiding out in the desert, and he's decided. Obi-Wan Kenobi's decided. You know what? I better change my name. My name is now Ben Kenobi. You didn't think to change your last name?
Mustache, just
best disguise ever.
Yeah,
Ben, mustache, and I literally didn't know who it was. But that's where I got up to. So yeah,
it's better than Superman's glasses, just quietly.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon The Mandalorian is an amazing show, and even if you haven't watched the other Mandalorian or the other Star Wars shows, I think it's a great show.
There's a few callbacks that you'll understand, but they're like what's his face wearing armor.
Yeah,
it's just like it's there, but it's not part of the story. It's just like a bit of a nostalgia. But it's not part of the story.
Right. I think the second series, more so than ever, there's probably been more callbacks. Like, spoiler alert, just in case you haven't seen this series, I'm going to allude to a few things. Was it episode 1 this season? The guy, he's looking for a Mandalorian, and he finds someone who's wearing
the armor.
Yeah, the armor. And the armor is from Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett's armor. And then at the end of the episode,
I know that, the green one.
Yeah.
With the silver helmet. I know the one.
Can I just interject here? Timothy Oliphant is a very sexy man. Like, I don't swing that way, but he's a good-looking dude.
Oh, dude. I can appreciate a good-looking man. But and then episode 4 is very heavily got callbacks, like especially if you've watched the cartoon series.
Right, okay.
But in saying that, I think you would still enjoy it because they do sort of cover. They talk about what they're referring to in it, so you could just go, oh, okay, this is referring to a thing.
Right.
I haven't seen the cartoon, and I still I didn't understand the
callback.
Right,
I haven't watched the cartoon. I've watched a few episodes of the cartoon, but I haven't religiously watched the cartoon. My eldest son, has watched literally everything Star Wars, and he nerded the fuck out. This is how much of a nerd he was after the last episode. Was, once again, spoiler alert. The fact that he's watched the cartoon, I thought the fact that it's got Ahsoka in it, he'd be like, that'd be the thing that he was going to geek out over. The message I got was not about that. I got a message saying, they fucked up in this episode. That cat thing should not have been on that planet.
Good. He's the right kind of nerd.
I was like, that was your takeaway from that episode?
That's like full nerdy. That's like right into it.
I know, but he would not admit because he's trying to be the cool hip hop kid, so he doesn't admit publicly that he's a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, true. I feel like it's okay these days.
Last year there were only 2 games that pulled him away from Fortnite because he was in full-on Fortnite addiction last year.
Yeah.
One of those games was the Spider-Man on PS4.
Yep.
And he walked away from Fortnite for a week to play that game. And the other one was Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Great game. Apparently, there's going to be a crossover between that game and The Mandalorian this season too. Yeah.
I like that. I like when brands do that.
Especially when it's going to be cool because the video game is canon, but it doesn't. You don't really see them referring to the video games in the shows. So usually it's the other way around.
Exciting,
so
exciting.
The other Fortnite news this is more for PlayStation nerds. Kratos is coming to Fortnite.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Looks like he's going to be coming. PlayStation tweeted out a short video of a transmission from Fortnite, and it's looking very likely that Kratos from the God of War will be coming to Fortnite. I'm going to assume that this is going to be exclusive to PlayStation, being that Kratos is a PlayStation exclusive or God of War is a PlayStation exclusive. But in saying that, wouldn't it be a smart move to have your game available on your character available on other platforms?
Oh yes,
marketing-wise. Like the fact that if you could play as Kratos on Xbox or PC and be exposed to that character.
Hey, maybe I'll give this game a go.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, better get my PS5 in on my PS4. Better go buy one.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking about skins though,
there you go.
This one I didn't have this one on the list, but I did notice this one this morning. Fall Guys are teasing a new skin for their game. It's on their Twitter account, and there is actually, and this is another similar crossover if it's what it looks like it's going to be. People are guessing that it's either going to be Doom Guy as a costume or Master Chief.
Time to suit up.
Yeah.
True, with the little thing on the shoulder.
Yeah, but people have also just cropped as the left-hand side of that image and said it looks like something else too.
That's cool though. That's very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That is the gaming news. Coming up, I think it's next week is the Game Awards. I believe.
I'm not sure.
We'll probably have a heap to talk about on that one.
Yeah.
I'm
Doom also tweeted, "Been thinking of you." BEAN.
Who?
Is that true?
There we go.
Who tweeted that?
Apparently Bethesda did.
Doom.
But
yeah, Game Awards next week as well.
Let me see. Oh yeah, and they even been thinking of you, Fall Guys. That was 13 hours ago, then 12 hours ago, time to suit up, and then Doom quote tweeted it just with Doom, like all in capitals. Well,
there we go. But see, I think this is really cool seeing these game crossovers. We've seen it a lot with Fortnite, and now Fall Guys, which was the big craze of this year, seeing that happen. And look, I think
it was a craze for a week, and then Among Us took over again.
I think Fall Guys lasted more than a week.
It wasn't long, dude.
I loved that game. I should jump in and see if anyone's actually still playing it, because that one there sort of ticked my.
We played in a tournament the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. Mr. Panda TV hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I need a couple of homies." So it was me, Moda, and Bronx.
Okay.
Bronx jumped in. Yeah, last Thursday we played in a little tournament. It was like Barjo and Jan and like the his AMD crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, we jumped in there and we won. You know,
As you
Of course you did.
we absolutely killed it. We absolutely demolished it. Yeah. I don't know why.
Game.
I think it's because I was good when I first started, and then I got shit.
Yeah.
So I think it's like when you don't play a game for a bit, and then you get in and you just like kill it like for a couple of goes, and then you just get shit again. That's what it was. Like I absolutely killed it, and then the last few games I was playing like absolute dog shit. So I was like, all right, I'm done. But like the very first game was a brand new map that I hadn't played. I literally hit every single thing perfect. Didn't fall once. Didn't miss a jump. Perfect jump. Burst through, and I was like, boys, we're winning today. Like I feel it. Like I'm in. I'm zoned in, and we're winning. Bruh, I came like 5th out of 6th. I almost got the crown like 3 times, and then I was getting so angry. I haven't got a crown yet. I haven't got like an actual win. Oh, maybe I've got one.
Yeah.
No, I think I got one. Pretty sure I got one on stream, but apart from that, I was like, bro, I was so close.
I think I'm on 4 crowns.
Yeah, I was burning. I was so burning. But
anyway,
there you go.
Yeah, so that's the news this week.
Yeah. News guys. Fall Guys, news guys. That's us. News guys.
Now, I'm trying to look for where is our list of. I think I closed down my document of everything we were going to be talking about this week. Okay. Now, I've also closed down. There we go. I can see you guys again.
That was it. There's nothing else.
That was it.
That's it.
Rowey.
Close it all. Fuck it off.
What are you up to in the coming week?
I don't know.
Oh, are you Rowey now?
GDA. Is that you just said Rowey? I thought you just said, what are you up to?
Yeah.
I assume you're talking to me. What are you doing, Rowey?
Sleeping. Sleeping seems to be on the menu. No, we're at the moment rescheduling stream time. So to fit in around work and editing and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully I can get some dopamine from that again and keep it rolling still. Because like when I'm on, and I'm hitting numbers, I'm doing well with the streams. It's just trying to fit it in around sleep and editing, and obviously on-site filming and stuff like that has been difficult for me. So I've got to sort of sort my shit, as it were, to get that stuff, because I'm getting hit up all the time. Like, hey, when are you streaming again? When are you streaming again? And like on every platform, usually Insta, which is funny because I don't use Instagram that much. But it's like, hey, when are you going to be live again? Did I miss it? Did I miss it? But yeah, it's sort of gotta keep the subs happy, right?
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's mad though. Very cool.
What about you guys? What are you guys up to this week?
So personally, working on some new projects for work. Probably spend some more time trying to get this arcade machine project off the ground.
Priorities.
Funnily enough, doing a lot of filming and stuff in my spare time, creating content for our new business. And also, we've been Twitch streaming on that too. I didn't think I mentioned that. So we're going to be doing Twitch streams from the Morena Coffee Twitch account. And literally what we're doing from there is coming up with recipes for cocktails or food involving coffee and things like that. And we're doing that once a week, and then the next night we film those recipes that we've sort of developed, and we'll be putting those all out on our socials eventually as well.
I'm looking forward to seeing how badly Aussies butcher the name of that company.
Oh, it'd be hilarious, right? Morena Kawi.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I'd say it. Morena Kawi. Done.
Yeah, Morena Coffee. It literally translates as morning coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the WH that throws us off, mate.
Yeah.
That's mad.
So yeah, we'll be doing a heap more of that as well. So And if anyone wants to buy some, we've got a current special on our website, morenacoffee.com. I should have started off the show. This week's episode is brought to you by Morena Coffee.
That would have been cool.
What about you, Jack? What are you up to?
See if she just approves it. Didn't watch anyway. More games,
GTA.
hopefully. I don't know, probably more GTA, yeah. It's getting to a point where, like, I still want to play GTA because I love GTA, but then it gets to that point where it's like, oh, what am I doing in roleplay? Am I really creating a story that I want to follow? And it's like, no, I can't just have, like, fun anymore. It sucks. Yeah. It's like, but then I don't get time to sit there before my stream at any point to work out, like, a plan. You know, in RP, things can come up and happen, but if you don't have, like, a base plan of what you kind of want to do or whatever, then it sort of makes it hard for random things to happen. But I turned my computer on at, 8:25 and go live at 8:30. Like, I don't have time to possibly plan, like, tiniest things to do, so it's getting hard. But then it's at the same point, it's like, everybody wants GTA, and if I don't play it, then it's 10% of the viewership and shit like that. So it's like, oh, back to numbers again. I'm like, God damn it. So now it's at a point where I'm just like, mind's running of what to do.
Just play Minecraft.
Yeah, I know. I've actually been hit up multiple times about Minecraft. One, I know you've been playing it. Pez has been playing it a lot. And then I know my mate Jackson. Oh, Jackson used to work at Digivisor. Yeah. He's getting back into playing again. He's like, bro, what if I make an SMP where you get back on again? And I'm like, oh shit, not again. But that's cool. Yes. But yeah, so maybe more Minecraft. Who knows? We'll see.
I've got to get into the multiplayer stuff because I've only done single player hardcore runs.
Yeah.
And I was like thrown in the deep end with it because I'd never played it before in my life. Right. And everyone's like, play Minecraft. And then
I loved my time in Minecraft, but every time I've gone to go back, I need a goal, and I just sort of end up fucking around, build a house, and stop playing.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like the way I was doing it.
Having a house and like getting some diamonds, I'm done. I'll restart a game. I'd rather restart than continue.
Yeah, I think that's my only problem with a game like Minecraft is I need a goal.
Yeah, beat the Ender Dragon, apparently. I don't know, I never got there, but
we'll do it on a survival multiplayer. Hardcore survival multiplayer. If you die, you get kicked from the server.
I only ever used to play on survival. I used to think creative's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Depends what you're doing. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Well, but anyway. Rowey, thank you so much for joining us this week. You've been harassing us every single week since we started the show, and
every day he messages me.
Yeah, in our DMs. Every time we post a new episode, he was the first one to comment. Oh wow, another week I'm not.
Fuck you guys.
Now you're one of our first. Is he one of our first to be on the show twice?
Yeah, I think it was No Hands because we'd had him.
Oh, earlier. No Hands,
yeah. One of two. Hell yeah. There you go.
So,
this is the scraping the bottom of the barrel episode. You're running out of other guests. You got to get me on.
No, we got heaps. I moved them all back. I said, listen, I know you want to come on. I know you've been hassling me for the third, but we got to push you back, mate. Sorry.
And then I actually did say to Jack there was another guest I wanted this week, and he goes, "No, I've already got Rowey lined up." I'm like, okay.
Yep. I don't care how many viewers you got. Rowey's already booked in. Hold your horses.
So where can people find you online, dude?
Me, Rowey on Twitch, and then Rowey AU everywhere else because Rowey was taken.
Yeah. Yep. So make sure you hit up Rowey. He's coming back to Twitch shortly. Follow him on everything, and follow his Twitter for his hot takes every now and then.
Or I'm tame on Twitter. Sensual Unboxing on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Sensual Unboxings. I've got to send you some coffee too for that.
Yep, I'll make it sexy for you. Sexier.
Sexier.
Hell yeah.
All right, you should have seen the photo shoot we did the other day.
I know you guys. So
It might have been that photo shoot might have been more for our guest we had last week. Might have been more appropriate, to be honest.
Not a coffee OnlyFans.
Coffee. Ooh, that's a thing. Putting that one in the marketing.
I still think my OnlyFans idea is going to take off. It's called Cats and Compliments.
Cats and compliments. I like it.
Pictures of my cats and personalized compliments for each person that subs.
Do it.
That's good.
Do it.
That's good.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us as well. Make sure you give Rowey a follow. If you're looking for Jack and I anywhere, you can follow me at FidMcAwesome on everything, or you can follow Jack at Jack Hutto on everything, as well as Go2Game. You can follow at Go2Game on Twitter. Look us up on Facebook, goto.game. We're on Instagram, goto.game. And of course, you can find us on our website, www.goto.game. And we will be back next week with another episode of the Go2Game Show and another awesome guest. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Rowey.